Druid is strong, but boring. Because you have to wait for the charge. It's not sustained DPS. It's just one big damage, and then you have to wait, and then another.
Because every time you hit him, it fills up.
Because the bear slant, yeah.
He's better. So he was good, like going through the stage. It's just when you get to a boss, because he doesn't do a lot of single. He doesn't do a lot of single
target.
Yeah, single target damage,
right.
Like the rogue. You know, the rogue.
I really like that helmet. I think it's fucking tight.
Was it like a predator? I didn't get a good look at it.
Yeah.
It looked like a gold predator from what I've seen.
Kinda, it did.
At least the top of it.
I don't know. I can't zoom in.
They kind of do though, don't it?
Yeah.
It looks like a gold predator. That's kind of slick. I like that. I'm close with that.
Bro, look at this shit though. Look at this fucking bogus ass prices. You gonna charge me $26 for a skin? Kick my ass. Of course.
Hey, I heard that's the highest one.
28, yeah, for the neck.
Wow. Oh, it's a necromancer.
24 for this. That looks dope, but I'm not paying $24 for it.
No.
You know what I mean?
See, now, what I keep asking is, okay, so
I don't think you can.
So that's what I was wondering.
You have to buy that.
See, that's what I like about Apex a lot. Now, okay, this is how Apex works. The very first, because I started playing it, I played it the second day it came out. I didn't play day one, but I played day two. Because I heard about it and I downloaded that shit. So I paid one time, $10 for the battle pass, right? And in the battle pass, if you make it all the way, or I think you get to like 85 or something, 90. And every so often it gives you 100 of that currency back. So basically, you pay, it's like $9.50 Apex coins to get it, but you get back like 1,100 Apex coins. So you actually get a little more of the Apex coins. So then you get enough. So if you make it through that battle pass, you can pay for the next season.
They took that from Call of Duty. They didn't give you that much in Call of Duty, but if you got through it all, I remember the last one, for the one before World War II, I think, you could get $10 back. Because the battle pass was 20, and you could get
half of it.
Yeah, you could get 10,000 CP or 10,000 or whatever it is. Yeah, I can't remember the exact 1-to-1 ratio or whatever.
I got you though.
But yeah, they would give you half of it back.
It's not bad. At least instead of spending 20, if you really want to get it, you just spend. That's not as bad. I could do that. Maybe like if the battle pass with Apex, it's 10, and if they gave you 5 back, I wouldn't complain. Okay, that's better than nothing. But now it makes it seem cheap when games don't do that. That's why I kept asking you that. And I was a little confused because when you were talking about,
well, you got to realize it's Activision, so
yeah, big facts.
Yeah,
big facts.
You know,
and you were talking about the stars. I think you were talking about this game.
Oh yeah, no, that's all PlayStation.
Yeah, I signed up.
Yeah, it's all on the back end.
Yeah, I'm glad you talking about that. And okay, that's another thing. But I think you can turn that off. Me personally, I don't like all those numbers popping up.
I love it.
See, and I'm sure you do, and I think a lot of people do, because even Osborne, he was watching somebody play Druid, and they turned the numbers off, and he started laughing. He's like, yeah, you better turn it off, because he was laughing both times.
I do agree that it doesn't need to say vulnerable 20 times on the screen.
Okay, and that's my next point I was getting to. That is way worse than the numbers. I can see the vulnerable numbers, and it's just... Because I'll be watching people and they're going to a crowd and start hitting a bunch of people and you can't see shit that's happening.
I know. Well, that's why they also give you an option to put a colored marker around your guy.
What does that do?
At the very beginning. You see how the enemies are outlined in red?
Yeah.
You can make an outline on your guy.
What does that do?
So you can see him. So you can see, so you know where he's at.
I see.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Didn't you say you couldn't see?
See, when you were saying that, I was still thinking, well, the numbers would be in the way. But I'm guessing that that outline protrudes through the numbers.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
But it's as you can see, it's very little. It doesn't really.
Fuck with it too, man.
Actually, you know what? I think the numbers do come up forward. You can't really tell. Like, you can only really tell they're outlined in red if you're looking at them.
Right.
You know.
And I'm usually looking at the numbers and seeing, their energy bar and shit. That's usually where I'm looking.
Right. I do wish they had energy and health over your guy.
I've heard a lot of people say that, and that is one thing I like better about Path of Exile. I do like how they did that, so you don't have to keep looking down there.
Yeah.
And be like, oh shit, I'm gonna die.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, I do agree with that. But I guess the reason I didn't...
That's nitpicking, though, you know?
Well, it's not that... I understand that. And that would make it better, but I guess since I've been playing Diablo since day one, and it's been like that, so I'm just used to it.
Yeah, that bullshit.
So that's not a complaint to me, but it would be better to have it over. If they would make that change, I would like that. But I'm just used to that kind of setup. Just like how they do it. Everyone's got the health and the mana pool and like the fucking pots like that. That's what it used to look like, more like pots.
I think I'm just gonna level this up. Let's see.
Another thing that, well, I mean, I noticed it, but I didn't know. You know, granted, the Surface Slam was on level 25, but I was watching videos, and there was like one thing, because like I said, I like to hear the negative shit about games. No matter what game, I always like to hear what's negative feedback. Just what people think. Because a lot of times it's petty shit. But the guy was saying, and he gave an example with the sorcerers. He was like, the thing I didn't like about this game compared to like Diablo 2. The spell that you get early on was typically the spell that you use even later.
See, that is something I hate.
That's me too.
I'm like, I don't want to use the same move the whole game. I mean, honestly,
just make that stronger.
With him, I don't mind. Because I'm doing the whirlwind, and everything that I aspect is just making that move, like these two moves stronger. This and whirlwind.
And see, Diablo 2 is really good at that. If you find a move that you like, you can make that move really strong.
Right.
That's one thing, but then I did feel you because they almost force you to use that move consistently.
Yeah, that's what I don't like. Yeah. It's like they force you to go a certain path, and you have to have that certain path. And even when it comes down to the meta, there's always going to be the strongest build. And you have to have that build if you want to do the fucking best thing. Yeah. And it's just like, I wish that further down the skill tree, their ultimates carried more weight and had more impact in later game.
You talking about this game?
Well, I guess just in general in any game.
Oh, okay, I feel you.
But specifically those. Well, I'm looking at his abilities down here. How do I get full page? There we go. And I'm like, okay, so this is another shout. More or less.
Yeah, and those are ultimates too, because that's pretty much like a different move. Though,
and this is you attack with all your weapons. So I could see this being viable, but only up to a certain point, because obviously
you can't use it all the time.
It's just and it's going to be a waste of a move because it doesn't do that much damage in that game.
Oh,
you know what I mean? You're going to do it. It's going to do 175 plus 58 plus 350 bleeding plus 94. Okay. That ain't shit. I mean, this is level 1 or whatever. But in the grand scheme of things, when I'm doing sustained DPS with all my shouts and whirlwind, I'm going to be doing more damage than this single move.
Right, so why would you really use it?
So why use it?
Right. And I hear that's a lot of the problem. Like, because I was watching people who was level, 70, 80 sorcerers, they still was doing one of the first moves you get. And they, you know what I'm saying, and killing shit.
The Storm Arc.
Either that one, or they was using the Ice Shard. Because the Ice Shard starts ricocheting once you get it up there.
Yeah.
And so they would do an Ice Shard and kill half the room in one little Ice Shard move. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like, See, that's what I liked about 2, because usually, let's say you start, you're level 5, you start 1, of course, but, you make it to 5, you might unlock something else. So, okay, this is better than my basic fireball. At least I get a fireball that explodes. Then you get to 12, you're like, okay, I can set a firewall if I want to. That's pretty cool. This is better than, what I just used. And then, with the ice, you want to get to level 30 because that's the best move. Instead of getting the best move at level 5.
That's how it was with the Paladin too, or not?
Yeah, the Paladin
was there a Paladin in that game?
Yeah. Because you got
the hammers at level 20.
No, you got it before that. You was like level 12 or something.
Was it?
It might have been 18.
I remember having to wait. And I was like, I want the hammer. Oh, yeah, but it didn't get good until you got a higher level. You had to get it to a higher level until it actually good.
Use it.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Because when I played through it, when I played through the Paladin the same way. I had the hammers pretty early, but I couldn't use it really consistently. Because I'm putting more shit into my health and strength and shit. And I'm not putting really into my energy. So I didn't have a large mana pool, so I couldn't do it that much. But then when you get to the point where, you can regenerate your mana real fast, and you don't run out.
Is this?
But see, I didn't mind that one so much because then it still kind of took a little bit to be able to get it rolling good. So I didn't feel like I was using it. So then by the time I was able to use it, I was a later level. So then I still appreciated it. Okay, now I can finally use it. Like in this one, I was running the ice source and I tried it all. I did the lightning and shit too. But it just seemed like the moves, I can just tell I went down the list and even I got to level 20.
I actually like the fire looks good in this game.
See, I ain't gonna lie, I thought it looked kind of weak, and even your boy Osmond thought so.
I think it looks cool, but I saw,
tight.
but also there hasn't been any high level sword play. Like it's only been like level 50 shit. We haven't seen any level 100 sword play.
You saying sorcerers?
Yeah.
I've seen 70.
Okay.
I've seen 70, because there's people.
Well, that's still not 100.
It ain't 100. I've seen 100, but I've seen 70, and then it was in game. They already beat the game, and they were doing in game shit.
God damn it.
And so I kind of got an idea, and they were doing the same shit that I was doing, except for on a bigger scale, a lot faster and stronger, of course. And then, like, I was using the ice shards, and they wasn't throwing that ice orb. You know what I'm saying? They was pretty much just using the boom and then freezing everything close by them, and then using the shards until they got that boom again. That's basically what they were doing. I mean, then they would put buffs on, like the ice armor shit, and then like the fire one. I see them putting that shit on. So and that was another thing I didn't really like about this game. It's not. I'm not gonna say like because they do have buffs that will take down a portion of your mana and stay active. I do like that though. You know what I'm saying? What I don't like about this game, and it may just be because you only make level 20, and maybe it's different in game. I feel like the buffs don't last very long. Most of the buffs I apply is only like 5 seconds.
I thought it was sustained.
You see, the ones that take down your mana are.
Yeah,
but a lot of the buffs that I apply just fights and shit.
I got you.
Let's say, okay.
Well, yeah, look, watch, R2.
Yeah, but it don't last, what's it last, like 5 seconds?
It didn't last. So that just procs enemies. Hold on. I guess L2 is better.
I think it lasts like 5 seconds. Unless you might have stuff on to make it go longer. But
8 seconds. 8 seconds.
Was it 8 seconds?
8 seconds with a 25-second cooldown.
Oh, okay. See, that's a little better because shit I was applying when I was a barbarian, and like with the necro, if you hit X and like summon your skeletons, if you have all your skeletons, it'll bring the chief in, and it heals your skeletons and it makes you stronger. But it's only for like 3 seconds. You know, like shit like that. So I got kind of tired of like replaying shit just to have a buff.
That's what I was saying about the necro too. Is a lot of micromanagement with him.
It's showing the focus.
Yeah.
That's the best. I gave you props for that. That's the best way to put it. That's basically what I was trying to say. I feel like there's a lot of micromanaging in this game. Even when I was playing with the Barb, it wasn't near as bad, but if I wanted the buffs going, I had to do a lot of micromanaging. I had to make sure I hit the shouts, and then I had to do
That's why I got all my shouts up here so I can just spam.
That's what I did. And you don't use the Pro? Oh, you play on the Pro.
Not playing on the regular.
Yeah. Whenever you play on the 5, do you use the Pro?
Not really.
That's all I use.
I only use it for, like if I need an extra button for something.
All these games. I don't use it on YouTube.
Well, because especially since you play a shooter, it's better to have that because you're gonna have to duck and shoot or do whatever.
Right. I can jump and turn and shit.
Right.
And that helps. I think even like with this game, I pretty much my back button's X. So every time I want to hit X, I just hit the little back button. So that just makes it. I just apply that to every game, and I change my X on the actual button to triangle. Because in a lot of these games, triangle is how you interact with shit. So I don't have to go as far over. So I'm just so used to doing that and shit now. Even when I'm playing with the regular controller, I always hit the back, expecting, hit the jump or some shit. Okay, no button. It just feels so weird, man.
Look at that. That's so satisfying, bro.
Yeah, it's just
I just fucking murdered that whole squad.
And on the show, it felt good. See, the Barbarian has less of the arcadey shit that I've been talking about. Because I don't know if you understand what I be saying.
I can't really understand what you're saying.
I talked about that yesterday. I tried to explain what I meant to Steve, what I mean by arcade. I was like, I don't think Steve. I was like, it's probably the way I'm explaining it. I don't think Steve really understands what I'm saying.
I think the word is throwing me off, and we just need a different word to define what you're talking about.
So I'm trying to think. I've been trying to think of it
because we couldn't narrow it down. It's not the art style.
No, it's not the art style.
It's not.
It's the feel.
The feel of the game.
Okay, okay. The best way I can think of it, and you could probably help me come up with a word.
What am I doing here?
Elden Ring is not arcade. That's the only word I can use for now, since I don't have another word yet. Elden Ring is the opposite of arcade.
Very highly skill based.
No, not necessarily. It's just maybe it feels heavy. Like when you're running with your guy, my guy like feels.
So you're saying like hits have weight.
Yeah, the hits have weight and
like,
the realism.
That's really.
Like when you're playing Elden Ring, like and let's say like you do a riposte. That shit looks tight. It looks like the motherfucker really doing that shit. You
right.
know what I'm saying? Like that's what I mean about last time. Like with this game, when I play the next row and I do a corpse explosion and I see a red ring go out, it kind of reminds me constantly I'm playing the game.
I see.
If you see what I'm saying, it takes for me.
It takes you out of the
immersion.
The immersion. Yeah.
Because I'm constantly reminded I'm playing the game. When I'm playing Elden Ring, I'm very rarely reminded I'm playing the game. Now I know I'm playing the game.
Right. Like, no, I get what you're saying. I get exactly what you're saying.
And see, that's
like when you're watching a movie and you see some shit like that would never happen. Even though you're watching a movie and there's a suspension of disbelief and things aren't going to happen the way they happen in real life, you still see it and you're like, fuck that.
This is a movie, right?
Yeah.
Out of that immersion, exactly. So that's what flashy shit, and when they do like, I don't want to say cartoony, but like I said, at the subject maker mindset. In Diablo 2, when you do the corpse explosion, to me, and I understand it's a fantasy game, but in real life, I feel like if the corpse was going to explode, it would be more like that. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be like a red ring going out.
Right.
I understand why they do that, because they want you to see the range, and then for people, it's easier for casual players. So I do understand that. But for somebody like me who's been playing these games for a while, it takes me out of that immersion. So it's hard for me to get to. And see, that's what Path of Exile did to me. It constantly reminded me I was playing the game.
Which is weird because Path of Exile is a more hardcore game than this. Like,
it's
way.
Masturbation, right?
Way more, yeah, because it's just all the shit that you gotta fucking. There's just so much more shit.
Not the in-depthness. I know what you're saying, because Path of Exile seems more in-depth in this game, for sure. You could make any class like anything.
Right, no, I know that's not what you're referring to. I was just making a side note.
Oh, okay, I got you. I was just making sure that what you thought.
So you're basically just talking about like the heftiness of how the game feels. Yeah.
Right, because when I'm playing a game like this game, when I started playing the Barbarian and I was slashing folks, I felt like, oh, that's how it be if you just really do some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like when I'm playing and then like I said, like a corpse blows up and like a red ring comes out and I feel like, okay, I don't think that's what a corpse look like explosion. I think they're doing that for the game. And so it takes me back out, and because that's my thought every time I see it. So then that's why I said when I started playing with the Druid and I seen the bear, it felt good. It felt heavy. It doesn't necessarily have to be heavy, but imagine a big bear swinging. You would imagine that it had to
be some weight to it.
Right.
A little bit of screen shake. A little bit. See, I know what you're saying now because there's this game, and I don't know if you've ever played. It's called Biomutant.
I've heard of it.
And it is a very good game on paper, but when you start to play it, when you're hitting, it's like you're swinging a fucking limp noodle at a fucking paper towel, and there's no impact, there's no kind of weight to all the hits. You don't see the enemies affected. You don't see any kind of. I know what you're saying. It's hard to put it into words.
That's what I've been trying to say for all these years. When you play Elden Ring and you got a big ass hammer on your shoulders and you swing it, you feel like you're really swinging that big ass hammer. Just the way they react, the way when it hits the ground, the sound it makes, it might crack.
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
You know
Everything
what I'm saying? It keeps me immersed. So then that's what I mean by like. That's why you don't see me play a lot of games like. Okay, like let's say like Starfighter. I don't know if that's the name of it. When you're in a plane and you're like shooting like comets and stuff like that. I don't really like those type of games because my immersion is broke the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard for me to get into it. It's almost like watching a show and you know get into it.
It's actually crazy hearing you say shit like this because we grew up with zero immersion.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean?
When I was little, that was fine because that's what we had and that's what I liked. That's what I grew up playing.
Right.
But as the games evolved and I started playing certain games, once I went back to those games, like the thing is,
it is hard to go back.
Hey, play this game. I could sit there and play it, but I couldn't spend any money to want to own it.
Right.
If you get what I'm saying, I could play it, and I could watch you play it, and I could play it. I wouldn't. It wouldn't be no thing because, like you said, I grew. But it's not a game that I would want to spend money on and own and put time into.
Right.
Like if it came free, I would. Yeah. If you just like, here, you want this game? Yeah, I take it. And I might check it out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna spend any money because I already know I'm not gonna. You know, I don't know. It's like seeing a movie and then you're like, well, it was okay.
Well,
would you want to go buy the DVD?
It's like Asmund said. When I hope when I play this game, I feel like I'm doing something with my life.
What do you mean?
Well, he feels the same way. So when I play a game, if I feel like I'm not working towards something, I feel like I'm wasting my time and thereby wasting my life. You know what I mean? And so when you're playing a game and you're not getting any kind of satisfaction of any fulfillment out of progression or anything like that, and it's just a game to play, I feel what you're saying there.
Yeah, it's like a waste of time.
Yeah, you're wasting your time.
And that's how I felt about 3 when I played it. I didn't have any fulfillment. I was constantly taken out of immersion.
See, that was my first one, so I was happy with it.
If that was my first one, I think I would feel the same way because that would be my first impression of Diablo, and I wouldn't have any expectation. So me playing it, and along with it, because it was a good game, because I played through it twice.
Hold up.
Oh, I remember this in the service line.
Yo, I got such sights to show you, head ass.
No.
Where Pinhead at?
Such sights.
I knew it!
Such pleasure.
What happened?
This is a Hellraiser reference.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't catch that when I seen that.
Yeah.
I wondered though.
His skin ripped off by chains by obelisks? Yeah, that's Hellraiser. Yeah.
Okay.
Pinhead, I have such sights to show you.
Okay, that's what that was from.
Yeah.
Got you. Because I've seen even references to that. I'm just going to speak up time.
And he wants more because it's pleasure, pain and pleasure. Yeah.
You like it, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, that's dope, bro.
Was it the same way in the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, that's fucked up. Well, I mean...
So what word, because you get words, what would you use, instead of arcadey, what would be a better word for me to say then? You see what I'm saying? It's a hard fucking...
I'm trying to think of a way to describe... I don't think there's a word for that, necessarily.
The only word I can think of besides we're calling that type of game arcadey, I would have to say I like more realistic games.
Yeah, I think that would probably... Well, even that is a fine edge because this is nowhere near realistic.
I know, so...
Yeah.
That's why... So I don't want to make it seem like it has to be like modern day life realistic, but as if the world that I'm in, that they're portraying to me, and something happens, and it seems like that's how it would happen.
Well, I know what you're saying by that word now, but I don't think there's a word to describe the thing that we're talking about where games don't have the weight that real actions do in real life.
Right.
And it's, what it comes down to is physics thing.
Yeah, there we go. More the physics.
Yeah, the game physics.
I call it gameplay. But
yeah.
That's exactly what it is. So the magic in this game, I don't like the physics of the magic in this game.
Right.
I feel like they're very light. But in Diablo 2, they felt heavy. If I threw an ice orb and the spikes were shooting, the way that they would react, and then let's say like when you kill them, like if they got hit, they would like spin and die. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it just seemed more realistic. Like, yeah, the motherfucker got hit. It ain't got to be realistic. Like, okay, it's not the gun. You know, you have to shoot somebody. You can't throw an ice on them. You can throw ice cubes at them. You know what I'm saying? But
no, I get what you're saying. You're not saying realistic as in it has to be like real life. You're saying realistic as in when someone gets hit, you want it to be impactful.
Right. And it seemed like that. Like you said, if you got a big ass hammer and you hit them, they barely flinch, unless it's a boss. If it's like it's a boss and it's a big guy, you got to. Yeah. You would expect a big fucking guy to not react.
You can see the jerk of the fucking character and the splash of the blood and like everything that is within the movement has function.
Yeah, it has a realistic function to it. Because you hit the guy a few times and then he's stunned, and then you can go up and hit him. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like in real life, if you hit him hard enough, you can stun him. He's like, what the fuck? Yeah. Then you can be like Mortal Kombat when you stop the system for a second, you can go up and sit there and let you cross.
Well, unfortunately, fundamentally, that's not going to change in Diablo.
Right.
That's
But,
not going to.
Yeah, they're not going to. See, if they, I'm trying to think.
And they're going, honestly, they always go up for these bills. I know Diablo 2 was made so Diablo 4 could run. It's they're basically all the same level.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what works, man. Because I watched one video and the guy was saying that because he was talking about all this stuff and then get the negative stuff. I don't remember what other negative stuff he was saying. It might have been like, something about the numbers. Sometimes it's hard to see what was going on, and then sometimes it's just accurate, got micromanagers or something like that. But then he did say he did. If you didn't like Diablo 3, then there is a chance you might not like it. That's awesome. Fuck. Yeah, because he's right. And that's what held me back. That's what I was playing.
I would think that would be a assault also. I mean, the scenery I think is good. The voice acting is really good. Like, there's different parts of the game that just weren't in Diablo 3's. I mean, Kenny Chronicles.
Oh, my fault.
Like in Diablo 3, I kind of felt like the scenery was just lackluster. It was all the same.
And it was just, everything was just kind of bright,
it's
flashy.
Well, it's like, oh, we're in a graveyard. Oh, we're in a desert. And it's just all the same scenery.
Yeah.
But this is nice. I can see the footprints in the mud. You know?
Yeah.
I can see the different textures of grass. The barely fucking living trees.
And then from what I've seen, the areas actually look different too. Because there's I seen the snow one. I seen this one with the grass.
Yeah, you see it's starting to snow, so I must be coming up on an area.
Then we call it.
Unless there's weather in this game, which I don't know. I doubt.
I don't either, because I don't think they have a night-daytime shit.
No, I don't think they have a cycle.
I mean, that'd be cool, but I don't know what it would do.
Right.
You know, ain't like that. Because like Elden Ring, at night. Just besides the look, some enemies you can only kill at night.
Yeah.
So at least that served the purpose on top of this shit too. I mean, I still would have liked even if they didn't have that. Because to add to the immersion.
Oh. What do you want? Oh.
But I have given only.
But yeah, but really, it's just if the gameplay has if it feels like it should, or sometimes I'm not necessarily saying it can't be fast paced, but if it feels too light, then sometimes I don't like that as much.
You will not interfere.
Yeah, it's like in shooters too. It's like when you're shooting them, you want to hear that.
Yeah.
When it's hitting, and if that's not there. It's like, what am I playing?
Yeah, the BB gun.
Yeah.
When I hit with a BB, I'm just playing MOB. My God, I grab a bullet.
Is this a water gun?
But yeah, that's what I've been trying to say for years. I just didn't know how to explain it. Arcade was the best word I can think of, because when I play a game, when I play this type of games, I feel like I'm in an arcade playing like an old game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not necessarily old, but just... Because, most arcade games are not realistic. They're just, fun little games like that, You might play, Street Fighter, it looks real cartoony type shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't really play a lot of real, like Virtual Fighter was, the most realistic thing that happened when we was growing up.
If it's a reward,
Granted...
Take the dagger from his chest and leave me be.
Well, why? I mean, I don't... It's a dagger. Isn't this gonna kill him?
Yeah.
Stupid motherfucker. Imagine your husband's into this.
Yeah. That's worse than autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah, right. You like fucking Kung Fu Master. I might as well go in here. Oh, what's that? Well, plus they're labeled.
Yeah, so
it's like, why make a video telling you where to get this? You already know where to get it.
Yeah, big fact.
It's right there.
I wonder how much. There's not a lot of hidden shit they got in this game.
Yeah, me too.
Because Elden Ring had a lot of hidden shit.
Well, no one's found the cow level yet. So, if there is one.
I wanted to do that one.
Yeah.
I guess they got a lot of in-game shit. Because that was what Diablo 2 was lacking. It was lacking in-game shit for sure. But it was an older game. In-game wasn't as prevalent as it is now.
Yeah, it was just basically run harder mode.
Yeah,
right?
Pretty much. And then run let's do sanctuary runs when you run and kill Diablo real fast. Because they dropped, most people did the battle runs.
Right.
They run, because that gives you the most experience. But the cow levels gave you the most shit because they dropped so much shit. That's why I like doing cow levels. But yeah, we used to do the battle runs, and you're just doing that over and over. So pretty much you take a sorcerer to skip through until you find the last spot in the teleport, everybody going to kill Bell. And a lot of times they didn't kill Bell, they would actually just kill, they would just do the shit before you kill Bell. Because that's what gave you all the experience, killing them millions of destruction.
Oh shit.
Can you turn the vulnerable shit off to still leave the running zone, or do you have to turn it all off?
Yeah, it's either all off or on.
I'm gonna turn it all off. I'm gonna have to. That was one thing I didn't like about this. The Diablo II, I'm pretty sure it didn't have levels, man. I don't remember.
I wouldn't be able to tell you. Even though I did get Resurrection, I can't tell you, man.
I know, and I played it. I didn't play this long ago, and I'm trying to figure it out. I'm pretty sure it didn't.
Damn, he's tough.
He wasn't even the boss either, was he?
Oh.
There's people complaining that this game is too easy. Which I don't see how, because they scale with you.
It's the beginning of the game too. They're not gonna make the barrier of entry so fucking high that you're not gonna want to play.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Of course you're gonna say it's too easy if you're coming off of fucking something like, I mean, a lot of us have been playing Elden Ring for the last 2 years. So,
right.
You know, you're looking at something with some skill.
Yeah, because that takes skill. You
Yeah.
have to be skilled to play that game.
You either need to, I make the argument that you don't need skill to play that.
Well, you can just skip through everything, but if you play it like you're supposed to,
right.
That's what I mean.
Like,
yeah, it's so easy.
If you go and get over leveled and overpowered, you can breeze through everything in that game.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's the argument I make. But
it's hard initially.
Yeah.
If you don't know nothing's at the first time playing the game.
Yeah, because everyone walks out tries to kill that tree sentinel.
And then you get worse.
Yeah, if you don't know anything about fucking Souls games, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You're like, I can't beat the first enemy.
Remember, even that first boss is supposed to kill you, the spider guy. When you first start a new guy, you're outside, and then you go into the landing.
Oh, the Scion, yeah.
Yeah, it's got all the arms and shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's definitely supposed to.
See, I ain't gonna lie, my learning curve to a game, except for a game that I previously played the IP, for the most part. My only argument to that would be Mass Effect Andromeda. That shit's a little learning curve.
Bro. Fuck that game.
That's the I died like.
I died so much.
Game, yeah, at the beginning. I didn't die once I got the mechanics and I got rolling. I was good, but I died like I couldn't get past the first fight. I died like 4 times.
All right, I gotta save this one.
I said, why is this shit so tough? Same thing with Bloodborne. Oh man, I cannot get past that first level because I was playing the Souls way. And that shit made it super tough. I was like, you can't fly. And I'm trying to play strategically. And then once I figured out, you can get the life back. They want you to play aggressive.
Yeah, you just gotta rush down.
Yeah.
I can't play like that for some reason. I never got into Bloodborne. I couldn't get it.
See, but once you do,
yeah.
Way.
I was trying to play like a Souls game the whole time.
Oh, that makes it so tough, guys. I was playing that game. I was trying to play like Souls. I did. I said, why is this game so hard? And I said, you know what, fuck it. I said, I'm tired of these motherfuckers, I'm just going to start trading. And then I did, and I stayed alive and killed them all. I said, wait. I said, okay. But it took a while. It took a while for me to do that, just because it's playing this quick, just like the Souls game. So it's hard to break that habit of how to play them.
Yeah.
So I definitely feel your honey. It took me a while, man. I cut the game off. And I was like, I'm done.
Dude, I restarted the game 5 times. Well, not restarted, but like tried to get back into it.
Oh,
you know what I mean? It's like, okay, I'll give it one more shot, kind of thing.
Yeah. And
then it's like, fuck this shit. Keep dying at the first werewolf and shit. Not the first, not like not the very first, the first big werewolf.
Oh,
the boss.
Got you. Oh, I couldn't get past the
white one.
You remember how you had to go downstairs and you were in the street and there was a bunch of people? I couldn't get past that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fucking me up.
I could always because I would always draw them out and kill them one at a time.
I had to get by.
Yeah.
To get by the first time, that's what I had to do. Because I mean, that's kind of what I started doing, but then sometimes like 3 of them might come up. And I still was trying to do that soul shit, and I just running out of health shit, you know what I'm saying? And then I get through, and then I just die. I couldn't get through it. But then I had to draw them out one at a time, and then because I like shoot them and then back up. And then, yeah, I had to do it like that about the first time. But then once I figured out how to play it, then I took it all on. It was easier to take on groups of people on Bloodborne than Dark Souls. don't know about Elden Ring because, you know, with all the weapon arts, I don't know. I'm trying to think. What do they call it? It's weapon arts like Dark Souls games. What do they call it? Asher Wars.
Asher Wars.
Yeah, they got the Asher Wars, and then like how magic is. This is a lot of AOE damage shit.
It's been a while. I haven't played it since, I don't know. It's been a while though. I didn't even play the Coliseum update.
I didn't either.
What the fuck?
But I played it since though. I didn't play it for like a year. I played it for a long time, for like a couple months. And then I stopped playing it. I stopped playing Apex or whatever again. Maybe I got a war in. And then it was one of those games.
I know, man. Come on, shouts. Come on. Come on. Shit. Shit.
Damn, that freeze.
That's the first time I've died.
Is it?
Yep.
Damn. They was on it. That's how I felt with the druid. It was just one guy though. I could kill the other people. I just couldn't kill that one guy. Cause I could kill them. I'd be fighting him, and he would just freeze me. And yeah, he was fucking me up. That was pretty shit. And I'm pretty sure I fought that same guy with other folks, and I had no problem with him. I didn't do the world again. I didn't make it that far. Well, I was too busy wanting to see how each class played more than content. Because once I got to 20, I played with him for a second, and then I switched. So I already knew you had a limited time.
Damn it.
Damn. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet.
That freeze fucks me up. I look away for like a second, and my fucking life's done.
Yeah. It's that freeze.
It's the freeze, yeah.
That's why I had problems with Druid, man. I'm telling you, same shit. The guy kept freezing me. And the Barbarian usually got natural resistances to elements. Well, he did it too. I didn't play with him 3. I didn't make it that far. I played with the Sorceress 1, and I played 2 with the Shaman, which was kind of like the Necro. But then they actually did drop the Necro DLC, but I felt like at that time, because that was the one. I guess it would be more like the Druid. That'd be more accurate. So I played through them too.
Okay.
And I just done that.
Any little fucking thing I could get.
So I put some time into it. I probably played for like 50, 60 hours at least. You know what I'm saying? In 3. But I just didn't have the replayability of it, man. But I can understand why people like it. I mean, like I said, if that is my first Diablo, or let's say I played Path of Exile first, and then I played Diablo 3, I would really like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But after going from 1 to 2 and then going to 3, it's like, these boys are just like dick riding this other game.
Man, I played PoE and I was like a fucking kid in a candy store when I saw that goddamn skill tree. That to me is bliss, man. I love that shit. I'm like, options!
Yeah. I love investments like that. Oh, I love it. That's one thing I like.
And I'm like, you're telling me I can be a thief and get fucking sorcerer shit?
Yeah.
Yo, hold up.
Good.
Hold up.
You can put a teleport. I did like how you could put gems and shit. So let's say if you were running a melee, I can't remember the melee, was it Barbarian in that? But if you was running melee, you could still have some teleport.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool.
I forget the name of the class too. It's like, I want to say swordsman, but
It's something like that though. Okay, I don't think it's Barbarian.
I don't think it is either. God, it's been so long since I played that game.
I played it.
Years.
I played that after they kicked me off the service line. It stopped abruptly. I thought I had it longer. I was like, I just start playing back then. Because then I wanted to see too. I was like, it's either as arcade as it's better than I played in Path of Exile, and I felt like the magic was kind of similar. So I had to sort of
So you're playing the magic, huh? I played the rogue.
in Path of Exile?
Yeah.
I played Sorcerer. Well, the Necro was my main one. I don't know what they call it. It's not Necro, but I'm calling it Necro. And the Sorcerer. Yeah, so I was playing magic in Path of Exile.
Think I can manage from here.
And so I imagine the melee is better in Path of Exile too. Does it feel better, I should say?
I enjoyed playing the rogue. Yeah.
Oh, you did say rogue.
Yeah, it felt really good. Well, the rogue, she had daggers and arrows, and you could use them. You know.
Did it feel pretty good, like when you hit them with the arrow.
Yeah, I thought it. Well, then again, I mean, it's like I said, it's been like 4 years since I played the game.
Oh shit!
It's been a long time for us since I played VOE.
Right.
So I don't know if anything's changed, but I remember it. I had a lot of fun playing it. I played it for a long time.
Maybe I played the wrong class like I did this game.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe it is one of those games where I would enjoy the melee. Because the melee to me feels, that's the shit I've been talking about. I've been kind of looking
Like, that's the shit I'm talking about.
Yeah, even watching you play. Because since I played it, I already kind of know how it feels. And then I can watch you tell how it feels, kind of. Because when you're stabbing them, and I don't know, just the way you go through the shit. Yeah, it has a realistic feel.
You got that little screen shake, too. I think that's what sets it off.
That, too. That helps a lot. So it feels like you're hitting them hard and shit. I ain't saying that next thing I go crazy, that screen like going crazy, cause that would feel like, okay, yeah, this is a game. That shit wouldn't do it.
Wouldn't have made
But you do want this a realistic feel to your fantasy ass game.
Yeah, yeah. It's like you do want some realism. you know what's fucking stupid though about that? I don't know if you heard about this. Back when Gran Turismo 7 came out, they raised the prices of the cars to reflect the prices in the real world.
Oh,
and so, and then they lowered how much you could earn for beating races. So they pretty much forced you to buy the cars outright or spend hundreds of hours playing. I love this when you untie dead people. I love that.
just how they fall over.
No, it's like, oh, I got you. Don't worry, buddy. Okay, you're free now.
He's dead.
He's dead. He's fucking dead.
The whole process of it,
Yeah, just the idea of it. It's like, I got you, buddy.
He could become a zombie. He had to kill him again.
Peace off.
And see, and maybe that's why I messed up in PoE, because after I played this game, I thought about that too. Because I said, well, I didn't enjoy the magic in it, but I did enjoy the melee. I was like, I wonder, because I ain't played past that in a while before.
Yo.
Service and shit. Yeah, that's just how.
Yo.
I was like that.
Yo. That's
Yeah, that's
sick.
just how I got to shoot out
That's
spiders.
the first time I've had that one.
Oh, that's right. You said you started playing Surf Slam at the end. You played the first.
I didn't play Server Slam at all.
Oh.
I got in the first beta, was unable to get, I didn't know about Server Slam until it was over.
Right.
So I didn't get into that one.
How did the first beta play? I heard it was first I heard it was hard to get into.
I had no issues whatsoever getting into it.
Did you play it on the P5?
I had, yeah, it was an under 2-minute wait the first time I got in it. And, I hope my video helps, and I even posted on Reddit twice how to fucking get past this shit.
Oh, that's cool.
That people are having this issue where they can't play the game because the servers are full.
So what networks did you change?
So here, I'll show you real quick.
Is it in game or is it
Nope,
actual?
or PlayStation.
That's good to know. I knew that you could do that, but I had no idea what to do there. I was just put automatic type shit.
Yeah.
Fuck with it, you know.
And automatic will push you through PlayStation servers, and it'll be all zeros. And that's what was happening with server congestion. There's too many people on the server, and no one could access information. So okay, just use a different server.
Got you.
You know, and then you got
A lot of people don't know how. I didn't know how to go about that.
It's like opening the back door to your house.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Windows, blocks.
Yeah. You know, people are trying to get in the front, so just come in the back.
Gotcha.
Or come in the side.
Because I didn't know any codes to put in there. And I didn't know that one specifically is what you want to change. I thought it might have been like the proxy or some shit. Because I've heard people talk about that in the past.
The proxy, I'm not even sure what the fuck the proxy is. The proxy server, I think, is something different.
Yeah, because it's not what the server is.
Yeah.
It's not like trying to connect with something. It's not what the server is itself. Like if you're having problems, you can change proxy settings and have it do something that is supposed to help solve the problem.
Probably, yeah. I would imagine so.
I can't even know it's more specific.
But I couldn't either, man. All I know is yesterday when I tried to restore the license, it blocked me out completely, and I couldn't. I lost all my licenses.
I see that's happened to me when I've lost my internet. Maybe like the power went out or something. Like let's say the router had to reset. Usually it's when the power went out.
Yeah.
Because if the router had to reset it, it didn't really do that. But I had the power go out and I tried to play a game because I had internet and it wouldn't let me play shit.
Yep.
It had all lock spot, like you said.
Because it can't verify your license.
Yeah.
That's my fucking problem with having downloading games, man. Like that's my only issue with it. I don't even care about being able to trade it in. My issue is I can't play it if I want to play it. Sometimes.
Because if your internet goes out or something, then you can't play certain games.
Yeah, you're screwed.
I don't like that either. That's my big problem with it too.
There is a way, but they only let you play, well, like this. If you've got your settings set for offline and share play, you can play your games offline, but...
You have to have share play settings?
Yeah, well...
So don't you have to have somebody else's system for that?
No, it's in your system. It's a setting called share play and offline.
For some reason I thought share play was kind of linking up with somebody else's system. Like me and you could share play type shit.
Yeah. That's definitely a feature. But what that share play, there's two different kinds of share play basically.
Okay, I got you. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's called share play when you do that.
Yeah, because people have done that. Because this guy I was playing Apex with, he wanted me to watch that. What's the movie, the game with all the horror guys in it, and you gotta try to survive.
Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight. And he was because he was real big in that. Him and his girl playing it. Yeah. So then I was like, I haven't seen it. He's like, so he share play with me and I was watching.
I can't stand asymmetrical horror games, man.
It wasn't my thing. It wasn't bad, but it's nothing I would spend money on or invest a lot of time into playing. Something like if I go to somebody's crib and they're playing, then I can play.
Drop all this content.
But my guy, he's real big into Harry Potter, and he was like, man, you should get this Hogwarts. I said, I don't want to pay. I got a whole thing about paying full price for a game.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you feel me, man?
Oh, I do. I didn't want to drop the money on this, but I did it.
Yeah, see, with this being an existing IP, then, you're going to get your money's worth.
I felt that way, because I'm looking at all the content and how big the game is.
A lot of fucking content.
And I'm like, I feel like I'm going to get my money's worth, and that's why I dropped the money on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was, I think if when I played it, I had the satisfaction. I know what you're saying, because you're not going to get that same feeling from playing Diablo 2 the first time. But if I'd had anything remotely close to that, I think I'd have been more willing to drop the extra 10 to play it on it.
Right.
But then when I played it, since I was on the fence, I definitely didn't want to drop the extra 10 because then I'd be out $80, I feel like, instead of just 70.
Yeah.
Because 3, I played it for a little bit, and I played it back then, I played it again. So I didn't want that to happen with this, especially. Then I can't trade it back in.
Nope.
I don't know triple stars. I know you should get points.
No, yeah, you can't trade anything in like that.
Oh, okay. Man, I think I misread it. I thought you said something about you could trade in certain games.
No.
Yeah, I misread it.
Yeah, I didn't. Definitely not.
I think we was.
That'd be nice.
That would be cool. I know you so basically you get money. Oh, I'm sorry. You get like points.
So you get points every time you spend money, basically.
And you can redeem them at a certain time.
And you can
it's almost like going to GameStop and having that card.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha.
That's exactly what it's like.
Yeah. I misread it because you said something about trade, and you must have been talking about.
I say you could trade your points for money.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
That's what you said. For some reason, I read it as, you can trade in cash.
Oh, you can trade your fucking oh shit, yeah.
I'm getting that shit.
That would be dope if they give you like 10% back on digital games or something like that.
Yeah.
But it kind of is like a percent back because, like I said, I spent $60 and I got 1,000 points.
And how many points does it usually take to get something?
It's 5,000 for $20.
520.
Yeah.
Well, I guess what I mean is. Oh, I see what you're saying. You answered it.
So I got a fifth of $20. So I got $5 back. So I got about 10% back.
See, that's not bad. That ain't
because
bad.
I spent $58 and I got essentially $5 worth of points.
Right. So almost 10. It's like what? 8,
well,
9%?
Their $5 is $12.50.
Because with tax and shit.
Yeah. But if you get more, 5,000 is. Well, I guess 1250 times 4 is okay.
It's still the same?
Yeah, it's still the same.
Oh, that's garbage. Because I'm sure even in this game, the more you spend, it's like with weed. The more you spend, you typically get more. Don't they do that in this? So you get what I'm saying?
I don't know. Honestly,
Go liquefy.
I don't. Well, I can't. What do you mean?
You can't go to the shop?
You're talking about in Diablo. I'm talking about on PlayStation.
Right, I'm talking about. Okay, I guess I'm relating it to both.
Well, there's
Because of what I want to know if they do that in this game. Because they do that in Apex.
No, they don't do that in this game.
They don't do that in this game.
It's Diablo.
Damn. So
what do you mean?
So if you spend $5
you're talking about the platinum, dude. You get $8 if you spend 50.
No, I'm not talking about the stars. Oh, I see what you're saying.
You're talking about the platinum.
Yeah.
You get $8. Look at this. You get $8 fucking dollars if you spend.
This is irrelevant. I can't.
I'll show you. Yeah.
Let me show you more.
Platinum. There you go. There it is.
This is what I want to see. Yeah. So you spend $2 to get. Okay,
so you started at 25. That's when you
okay, so you got to spend 25 to get any type of savings.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. That's stupid.
Yeah.
See, Apex, the first one you don't, but then right after that you start to get your savings. You know what I'm saying?
I can't even. I'm like, dude, they're only giving you $7 at 50.
That's crazy.
I couldn't believe that.
That's crazy.
I was like, that's greed.
Yeah, it is. That's crazy.
I mean,
but that's Blizzard for you. I hear they like that. I heard they was like that in WoW too. I never played that because you have to have a PC to spend that.
You hear about the Diablo Immortal bullshit?
Yeah, I heard about that.
We'll go ahead and save this real quick.
Your boy